Okay. Ah. So if everyone would come feet together, hands together in prayer posture, and make sure your thumbs are touching heart center. It's important to touch. Some people do prayer posture and their hands are out a little bit. For us, we want the thumbs to touch right in between heart center. And just come to center. This is come to center, Qigong, Monday mornings, and we're just going to come right to that central place and relax the hands. Still let your feet touch. Feel heart center now. Feel where your thumbs just were, this area right here, and just put your awareness there. And now turn your hands over, palms up. I want you to feel the awareness and the warmth. Feel the sunshine in your right palm. Just imagine the sun is coming through a nearby window into your right palm. Put your awareness there. Just for a moment, feel it. Feel the warmth, maybe some tingling. And then once you feel something, you know you had your awareness there. You're bringing qi and blood circulation into that right palm, right into your laogong. Once you start to feel it, you can move it to your left palm. Feel it. I feel it. It's almost like it moves across my body, and now it's in my left palm. And my right palm now feels sort of vacant. There's a bit of a void in my right palm. It's a little cooler. Now my left palm feels a little bit more tingly, just a little bit of warmth right in the center of the palm. That's the laogong. There's an energy gate there. And feel the warmth of the sun on the left palm. Just feel it. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes, take away one of your senses. You may be able to feel it more. And then let it go. And just receive. This is a very yin posture with the palms up. You're just receiving. I'm receiving energy into my palms and into third eye. I tilt my head up a little bit just to receive the energy, light. And I'm in this very receptive state, not doing anything. Remember, Wu Qi is oneness, wholeness. This is before I enter yin and yang. As soon as we begin the practice, we enter yin and yang. So let the hands relax. Bend both knees, balance before you balance. Step out with a flat, empty foot, and then sink into the left side, past it just a little bit, and back. And just back and forth. I'm just going side to side, and I'm just letting my body unravel, and I'm looking for my root. That's all I'm doing here, just looking for that root. And then I go forward and backwards, also looking for the root. My body may be going the opposite. A little bit of pendulum going on here. For those of you who are doing IYTC, a little pendulum. I'm going forward to the balls of the feet, backwards to the heels. And then when I find my sweet spot, my root, I just lock it in. And I come into an open stance Wu Qi posture. Feet grounding into earth, palms grounding into earth. And just root the body. Remember, when we do this, we're doing the sacred breath, the sacred cleansing breath. In through the nose, exhale, hot audible breath through the mouth. Don't worry, you're muted. I won't hear you, but you'll hear me. Remember that breath. Sends the body into parasympathetic, rest, digest. Cup the hand, use the laogong point, and we're going to tap the meridians down the inside, up the outside. Down the inside, up the outside. Don't forget the one under the shoulder blade, big energy gate there. And we're waking up the chi, unblocking. This is tapping to unblock. And come down, massage right in the shoulder pit, in the armpit. Massage, milk it. Really get those lymph nodes opened. Ribs, drum the ribs. Activate all the organs underneath it. This is also the spleen channel. Other side, down the inside, up the outside. Again, cup the hand. This is like having a cup of coffee. Really wakens up the body. Remember, don't do this one at night. No tapping at night. Just really energizes the body. And it wouldn't hurt you other than it'll stop you from sleeping. So we only tap in the morning. Really wakes you up. Here. You can do it two hands like this. I'm getting underneath the collarbone. All those lymph nodes there. I'm just rubbing, opening them up so they can drain. So if you have time, do one hand at a time. If you don't, came up with this one of my students. Just two at a time. If you're in a rush. Thymus thump. Boost the immune system. Whew. Tarzan had an enlarged thymus. Snap. Dantian. 2 inches below belly button. Snap. Groin. Karate chop in the groin and just rub up and down. Just open up those groin muscles, the groin lymph nodes there. Gentle fists, very gentle fists, kidneys and adrenals. Rub. Sacrum. Wake up that sacrum. It's an important part of our stance, our posture, as you know. And the legs. Don't forget the area around the Achilles heel and ankle. That's your longevity point. Get that one. It's important. And then the knees. Do a little bit of a rock. Crazy, but I do this when my knees bother me. It really helps. I think it's bringing circulation to them. Okay. So you know our recipe? Tap, bounce, squeeze, shake, flow. So let's do our bounce. Come back to Wu Chi. Check in for a moment. Just see how you feel after you tapped. Just check in. Don't pass it up because there's changes now in the body. You may feel more circulation. You may feel some tingliness on the skin, but just always take that moment, even just 5-10 seconds, to just check in and see how you feel. Root again before we do the bounce. Tap, bounce, squeeze, shake, flow. Bounce, fire breath, in and out through the nose. When we stop, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And imagine black smoke coming out of laogongs, your palms. So bounce and shake. Let the muscles feel like fruit dangling from a tree. Back to Wu Chi, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Kelp. Let the body move. Let it unravel. The bouncing and the shaking, we're just shaking off any debris. And the bouncing also opens up the gates in the lymph nodes so that they can drain. That's why rebounding and this bouncing are very similar. They're specifically for the lymphatic system. One more. More relaxed this time. Let it go. Let your shoulders go. Let everything go. Let your muscles just dangle. Back to Wu Chi. Let the body move. Let it unravel, unwind any kind of stress it may be holding. Bring your left foot, we always open and close with the left leg. Bring your left leg in, feet together. Now we'll do the squeeze. Squeeze, remember, We're kinking a garden hose or putting a tourniquet on something and then just letting it flow. So we're going to squeeze everything in our bodies and then purse your lips and bleed it off. So here we go. Do it in 4 directions. Inhale. Squeeze everything together. Let it go. Let it all go. Out to the sides. Notice my wrists are one way, now they're the other way. Squeeze and bleed it off. Remember, in Qigong, it's Taoism, 70% rule. We don't do anything at 100%. So even when I squeeze, I'm squeezing my whole body, head to toes, but 70%. I never go to 100. 100 would be like I'm really, my face may be turning red or something. We don't need to go to that extreme in any time. Let's go above the head. Wrist one way, wrist the other way. I bent my knees a little bit more. You just have to bend them a little bit. I just bent them to stay in the screen, really. But, you know, use just a little bend in the knees with these. Inhale, behind you now. Look at my wrists, the other way, and exhale. When I was doing this, I was tensing everything again. Everything in my body, all tense, this whole thing. And then let it go. Tap down, squeeze, shake. Here's the shake. Step out. Shake is just shaking off the debris. Anything that I may be holding has got to come off the body. Now it's just coming off. And flow. Flow is when we connect the trifecta. The most important thing is connecting mind, body, breath. Most people are disconnected at the neck. It's a Westerner kind of way to be disconnected at the neck. So we do this, make that connection through movement. And this is called the accordion, or stoking the fire in front of lower dantian, middle dantian, upper dantian. And we're going to stoke the fire in front of lower dantian. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, the key with this one is you're trying to get your entire body to move as one unit. Not separate, not just here. Look how this is just here. No, my whole body is a lung right now. I'm breathing everywhere. Everything's moving, my pelvis, my knees, my ankles. Everything is closing. Everything is opening. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Connected. Breath stops, hand stop. Exhale stops, hand stop. Inhale. Exhale. Wrists, fingers, nice and loose. Loose, no stiffness. Inhale. Exhale. As I always say, we should all be going at different speeds because you're going at the speed of your own breath. You're connecting to your breath, not to mine or anyone else in the group. You connect to your breath, so you'll be going at the speed that you breathe. You can do a few of those sacred cleansing breaths in this one if you like to. Just this one, then I let it go for the rest of the practice. And I just breathe through my nose with the tip of my tongue on the roof of mouth behind front teeth. That's pretty much how I stay through our whole practice. The only time I do the sacred cleansing breath is right at the beginning, all the phases we just went through, and then I'll do it a little bit here, just a couple of times. As soon as my brain hears that breath, that hot audible exhale, I'm already starting to drop into a parasympathetic rest digest state. And that's our goal here. In that state, the body can heal. In that state, the body can let go of stress and find a place of harmony. Let's make it bigger. Here we go. We're going to work the spine now. Inhale. Chest up, look up, really feel that. Exhale, round the back. Bring the hands in front of the heart on the exhale. Round the back, tuck the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's wonderful for the spine. It's going in one direction and then it's curving in the other direction. Healthy spine, healthy body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, tiger's claw. Remember tiger's claw? Let's do tiger's claw right here. Inhale. Tiger's claw on the exhale. Showing you from both angles. Notice my head is up. My wrists are bent. I've got the tiger claw going on, but I'm not bent all the way over like this. I'm not putting strain on my back. Inhale. Exhale. You know you went too far over if you can't see the room anymore. I can still, when I bend over, I still see the room. I see everything in front of me. I see all of you. If I come too far over, I lose sight of everyone. We don't want that. That means too much. You overdid it. You went to 100%. And again, we operate in 70%. Exhale. Tiger's claw. Inhale. Keep the tiger's claw the whole time. Exhale. Come up to the middle. Let the hands come up to heart center. And we're going to do a little bit of bend, bow, shoot, arrow, Qigong. Remember, the bow is always the spine. Whenever I reference bow, it's the spine. Bend, bow, shoot, arrow. Bend, bow, shoot, arrow. We use this in Qigong and in our Tai Chi practice as well. This is the pumping sensation. Always pumping. When we pump the spine, we're also pumping the qua or the groin, and we're working the lymph nodes. Not to mention how healthy this is for the spine. I'll show you the side and then I'll show you the front. I think we have only done this one once, so I'll do it a couple of times over here. And bend, bow. Bend, bow. Notice my hands are showing what's happening. Shoot the arrow, palms open. Cup the palms, bend, bow. Open the palms, shoot the arrow. Show you from this side. Bend, bow. Notice my hands are showing that I'm sucking the energy. That's Liu, sucking the energy into my body. Push it out. Open the palms. Shoot the arrow. Bend, bow. Shoot the arrow. Just breathe normally for now. More important that you get the motion first, and you could always add the breath. Suck in. Feel the energy sucking into the body. Shoot the arrow. Again, one of the 4 primary energies is Liu. This really helps you with the pumping that we do in Tai Chi. We do this all over the form, but in particular, we do it a lot in grasping sparrow's tail. You really feel you absorbing, sucking into the body. Now pushing straight out, G, energy. One more. Bring it into heart center, gazing at the moon. Again, I'm curving my back, bend, bow. Bend, bow. Tucking the pelvis under. Remember, the pelvis is always tucked under and straight. Actually, it's just anchored straight down. Imagine your sacrum is an anchor straight down into earth. So as soon as I anchor it, Ming Men opens. We want gate of life always open. So here we go. Sink the sacrum down into earth. Bend bow, gazing at the moon. Open, look over to one side, look through your hands like you're really gazing up at the moon at night. Bend the bow. Open, twist, gaze at the moon. Don't over-rotate. If you haven't done this one before, take it easy. Don't over-rotate the spine. But this is for it's a beautiful spinal twist. You'll feel it in your sides, your spine, gazing at the moon. Bend bow, and then open, twist, gaze. You may adjust, as long as there's no pain, it's okay. I just adjusted. Wonderful. Take your time with this one. You may want to pigeon toe your feet slightly. See how that feels? For me, it helps me. Notice what's happening too. Just going to show you with my hands. As I'm going side to side, I'm folding at the qua, folding at the qua. And so what am I doing? I'm pumping the lymph nodes in my groin as I'm doing this one. One more. Come to center. Take the hands and push down into earth. Just push the chi into earth and go right into washboard. Pull the energy up, inhale. Hands around the chin, turn them over, exhale, push them down into earth. Now my feet are just parallel to each other in a standard Wu Chi posture. Inhale. Exhale. This is one of the ones we're going to do it, use it yin and yang. Right now we're in the yin phase of this one. Straight up in front of the body. Turn the hands over and feel the energy. Really feel the chi pushing it down into earth. This is one they do at the Shaolin Temple a lot. Inhale. Turn the hands, exhale. Let's make it yang. Inhale. Come up on your tippy toes and then push it down. I'm on the second floor. I feel like the second floor is going to cave in. Inhale. Tap the heels. The heels go down kind of abruptly. Heels go down with the hands. Inhale. You can make a sound. Inhale. This is all yang. Inhale. Powerful move. Bring back to yin. Bring back in. Relax. Feel the contrast. There's growth in the contrast. So that's why I like to do a little bit of yin and yang in our practice. Not all yin. So that you can feel the contrast. Now my body feels a little bit more relaxed. As I brought in some yang, I may have released some energy. I may have released something that was stuck inside of me. So now all of a sudden, this feels a little differently as I go back to the yin. See how you feel. You don't have to feel the same way. You may feel your own. Whatever you're feeling is right. Inhale. Exhale. I feel I'm more relaxed now. Inhale. The beauty of yin and yang, the beauty of the contrast, the complement of opposites. Go right into hands flowing through water. Pigeon toe the feet slightly. Unless that bothers your knees, then keep them parallel. Fingers pointed towards the earth. Feel the hands going against the current of a river that's in front of your body. Then it comes around the side and it turns around. Now it's going against the current this way. Comes around this side. Notice how the hands are maybe a second behind the body. So watch here. I turn the body. This is silk reeling. I turn the body and the hands just follow along. I'm turning the body. The hands are following. Notice my quad or groin. Notice how I'm folding. So what I'm doing is I'm shifting my weight and folding at the quad. Folding at the quad. Right here. See the fold? Shift the weight, fold at the quad, turn at the waist just a little bit to come around the corner. This will become bigger and bigger the more you do it. And you'll find that you come a little further behind. Maybe just a little more, not behind you, but you just twist a little bit more. You'll find that'll just happen. Let it happen. Don't rush it. Most important is the health benefits. No breaks, no pauses. This is silk reeling. Imagine you're pulling a piece of silk out of a cocoon. You don't want to break it, so you're doing it very gently, softly, without any breaks or pauses. Just drop in, enjoy it. Come to the middle. As you come down, let's just take one hand, cover dantian. I'm going to come in close here. This hand, palm up. Leaf blowing in the breeze. Palm up, palm out, palm down to scoop. Now my palm just naturally comes towards me. Comes up above, leaf blowing in the breeze. You can come down like this on the bottom part. If you want to dip down into a low horse stance, you can. But I want you to, more importantly than that, is feel this twisting sensation in the spine and the rib cage as the leaf's blowing in the breeze. Notice it's mostly about the weight shift, so I'm not going into low horse stance on that round. My other hand, palm, is on dantian. Make sure it's your palm, not your fingertips. This one I'm coming down. I'm just giving you options. You don't have to go into low horse stance on the bottom one, but you can, or you don't have to. Feel the lightness in the hand. Don't get caught up in the movement. Don't get caught up in your head and the choreography of this. Just flow, float. Let the arm, the hand becomes nice and light. Really like it's just a windstorm outside and the hand is the leaf and it's just blowing in the windstorm. Just let it blow. Show you from the side. It's in front of me. And again, this is silk reeling. My body is shifting side to side. My arm is just gently following it. Notice I'm wiping through all three dantians. Middle dantian, upper dantian, middle, lower. And I'll show you how we transition. When the hand comes up to the top, I'm going to wait for everyone to get there. As the hand comes up to the top, great place to transition. The hand comes down, covers dantian, other hand comes up. Now this hand's covering dantian and this one just keeps moving. It comes up and just keeps going. Now this arm becomes leaf blowing in the breeze. You can start and end with either arm, it doesn't matter. Again, you can stay upright the whole time. This is upright. Still getting lots of twisting in the spine. Or come down low. Just on the bottom one, I come down low. Leaf blowing in the breeze. Just let the arm get light, floaty. Right from this one, watch how we can transition. We talked about transitions. It's called string of pearls. String of pearls is transitioning from one point to another. So we came down here. Everyone come down here with me, right? Here's the leaf. Now watch. Let the leaf come through like it normally would, but stop it here. And then boom, right into cloud hands. Look how that works. Look for these moments, these little moments where you can transition into another Qigong movement. There's beauty in that. Now you've created your own flow form. Every time you do that, it's your flow form. There's freedom within the structure, and that's what I want you to look for. Just like cloud hands and yang style, except we don't use the feet. Watch this. Pung, pung. Something's sinking, something's floating. That's pung. This is always going on. This hand is sinking, which is causing this hand to rise. And then I just turn at the waist, fold at the qua. Look at my qua is folding. So this is cloud hands or outside parry. I'm blocking to the outside, blocking a strike to the outside, outside parry. And then from here, a beautiful transition is to go to inside parry, which we'll do in a moment. Just sink into this one for a little bit, enjoy it. Savor it. You can do this in a high stance, or you can come down and do it in a low horse stance. You want to make it more challenging. It's up to you. Lots of variations. Everybody come over to this side. Just mirror me. Just mirror me. And now same thing, but instead of blocking to the outside, imagine there's a string and there's a ball right here. Now watch. Strike. I strike at the ball. Strike. The ball is hanging down in my center line. Right around at my chin. Strike. Bottom hand is protecting and from a kick. I'm blocking a kick from the bottom and I'm striking at the top. Block and strike. This is inside parry. There isn't anywhere that we do this in our Tai Chi form, but it's a movement. It's a block and a strike. And it complements cloud hands or outside parry. Again, notice folding at the qua, folding at the groin, side to side, pumping the lymphatic system. If someone was coming at you with a punch right now, you would easily be able to block it. Good to know the martial application sometimes. If I were doing this faster and you were coming at me with a strike, it'd be very hard. I would just block your strike. Block, block. See, this is where you can bring some yang into your form if you choose to, and then go back to yin. Back to yin. And relax the hands. Come into a horse stance. Fists down at the hips, down low. Not up here at the ribs, that's different. We keep them low. Toes are pointed out in a horse stance, traditional horse stance. Check. Go up and down a little bit. Warm up your thighs. I always do this. This really helps. I even go all the way down to my knees, above my knees. Check. Look over. I'm checking. Is my knee going back and forth over my foot? Yep. It's in alignment. It's in alignment with the foot. If it's not in alignment, adjust. Adjust the feet to make it so it is. Good. Okay. Whew. Gonna get a lot of yang out of this practice today. Let me move it in so you can see what my hands are doing. I'm sitting in a low horse stance, but we'll be coming in and out of it. So punch, open. Fingertips down towards earth. Roll them in one at a time, pinky first. Make a fist. Pull. Strike with the other hand. Open. Fingertips towards earth. Roll in pinky first. Pinky. Next finger, next finger, next finger. Last is the thumb. Pull it in. Now you can do this in a high, mid, low horse stance. Work at your level. Always work at your level. Open the hand. Come around. One finger at a time. Strike. Strike. This is another one they do at the Shaolin Temple. Talk about leg strength. And where's your mind? It's focusing on doing all this stuff with the hand. Just one more each side. Open the hand. Point down. Fist, palm open. Pinky. And with the thumb. One more. This is, I'm grabbing somebody. I'm grabbing their shirt. Grabbing their shirt and pulling them into the punch. That's what that's all about. Grabbing their shirt. Pulling them in. Hands out in front. You guys know this one, bend, bow, shoot, arrow. From this stance, pull in the chi into heart. 1, 2, 3. Bottom hand, always the bottom hand is going to shoot out. This is one finger Zen. I want you to look through this finger. And notice my legs. I'm 50-50 in my stance. I'm not this way or this way. Check yourself. Make sure you're 50-50. Pull as you squat. Then come out of the horse stance, high horse stance. 1, 2, 3. I know this one's a little bit more complex. Bottom one finger Zen, pull it out like this, and then pull, deep horse stance. Pull. Notice how that's happening. And my wrist was already bent. That works the fascia. Now the one finger Zen hand is always the one that comes in first. So 1, 2, 3. Now the other hand is on the bottom. This becomes one finger Zen, pull out this way, squat down. Rib tips in. Not this, rib tips not that way, rib tips in. That keeps the sacrum tucked also. And we're going to, I'm looking at you guys because we're doing this, but you're going to look through this L shape. This is one finger Zen, look right through here. That's where your gaze should be. There we go. One finger Zen comes in, 1, 2. Again, you can do this whole thing in high horse stance. I'm going to do it in high. 3. One finger Zen, look through the finger. Gaze in that direction. One finger Zen hand comes in. 1, 2, 3. This hand's on the bottom. Pull. Again, if you can't do it, do the whole thing standing in a high horse stance. Nothing wrong with that. You're still getting all of this fascia stretching. I'll do it here, high horse stance the whole time. I won't dip down into low. Watch. I'm still in a wide horse stance, but I'm in a high horse stance. And I'm still getting that beautiful stretching going on in the fascia. And then 1, 2, 3. Relax the shoulders. Do a little bit of this. Let go of everything. Let go of the bend, bow, shoot, arrow, and just, this is called Embrace the Tree. It's a standing Qigong. Wonderful to inject standing Qigongs within your moving Qigongs. Feel, I'm just holding like this, like a tree. Feel this energy in here. Put your awareness in there. If you're all in a wide stance, remember what we talked about? Walk your feet in. Let me show you my feet. Walk, toes, heels, toes, heels. That's a great way to walk in without hurting your knees. Just hold this posture for a moment. Come to center. Let your heartbeat relax a little bit. Make sure your feet are shoulders width apart. And let's do a little bit of twisting teacups. First phase. Keep the hands touching. Remember, elbows out. Notice where I'm touching. I'm not touching it that some people do like this. They think it's the top of the hands, or they just can't get there yet. And that's okay. But our goal is to touch at the bottom down by the wrists. Elbows need to come out or you can't do this one. I told you all, I cheat. You know how? I do this for like a month before I bring it to you guys. And then I come in and I look like, oh, that looks so easy, but it really wasn't. That's the truth. It's not that easy. I'll do it for a month before I bring it into class. Reverse it. This is not just, so first of all, you've got muscle amnesia going on here, where you're asking your body to do something that it's not accustomed to doing in everyday life. So that's first off. So new neural pathways have to be made. Your mind is telling your body to do something highly unusual. Break them apart. Now what do I have? Take your finger and draw an infinity sign. 2. I got one infinity sign here and one over here. Draw the infinity signs with your pointer just to get it started. And then when you're ready, add the fingers. Look at this. Look how I'm just one finger opening. All my fingers closing, making a beak. Got the beak, just like in Tai Chi in Yang style. Good. Reverse it. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, your wrists. Relax it all. Now I'm drawing the infinity signs. I'm just doing it in the opposite direction. Good. Stop here. Now let's make it bigger. Phase 3 of twisting teacups. Hands are out. I've got a teacup in each hand. Now, obviously, in this way, I'm dropping the tea all over the place. But when we do the next phase of teacups, we really try to keep the palms up. And maybe the palms go like this or this, and that's okay. A great way to practice I've been doing, I take a rock outside. I put a rock in my palm and I do twisting teacups with a rock. And I see where the rock falls and the rock becomes my teacher. So that's another little way to do it. So here we go, twisting teacups, 2 hands. We're going to start with 2 hands. Bring it up and around. Feel this, I'll show you from the side. Feel it come overhead, watch the spine. Try to keep the palms up. It's okay if they go tilt off to the sides a little bit, but basically you want the palms up. Leaning back a little bit, leaning forward, leaning back. Serve the tea. Great place to transition is it's serving at the tea. Serving the tea, now I come this way. And notice I'm still working with infinity signs or figure eights. Still working with them, but now just bigger. One more. There we go. And land it right here. Land them. And then from here, this is a great landing position. Now walk your feet out a little bit into a horse stance. That means toes out a little bit, not forward, no longer in parallel, but out. Again, so you can stay in a high or low, middle horse stance. Here's high, middle, low. And this is called swallow skimming the lake. Come out. Hand is, I shift weight, my hand comes out. My hand is about in line with my solar plexus, right around my solar plexus, right around here. Doesn't have to be exact. That's the beauty of Qigong. If you're a little bit off, it's okay. It's not about being exact. It's not, what I don't want with my classes is that everybody gets so caught up in the choreography and the exactness that does lie within Tai Chi. And I am very exact with Tai Chi. And it's important. But I don't want everybody to get caught up with that in my class. I want you to know that there's some leeway, and I want you, more importantly, to get out of your head, not thinking about choreography, but drop in and just feel your body and get into a state of moving meditation and parasympathetic rest digest. That is my goal for me and for you in this class. So try not to get all up in your head about the choreography and the exactness of, oh, where did her arm shoot, her hand shoot out? Oh, is that in line? Don't worry about it. Feel it. Feel. Don't think too much. Shift the weight. Let the hand come out parallel to the ground. This is the sparrow. Sparrow skims the lake. It comes straight out to the side, right out to the side here, just in line with the body. This sparrow is still in the nest, comes over the head, shift the weight, and back to the nest. Now this hand comes out. Skim the lake, parallel to earth, out to the sides, overhead, flies overhead, back to earth. Now try and get into a rhythm with this one. Again, doesn't matter how low you go work at your level. You can do this from a high horse stance. It's more about shifting the weight. Just shift the weight. It's more important than anything. And stretch, feel the stretch. That's the other important part. Stretch and back to the nest. Other sparrow comes out, flies over your head, back to nest. Now just kind of drop in. Let your body just show you how it wants to move. Last one. Back to the nest. Just feel that. walk the feet in a little bit and just connect the hands to Dantian. Feel a little bit of breathing. As your hands connect your palms, when I say hands, I mean palms, lao gongs. Inhale, exhale. Now bring the hands up, cross over the chest, and neck circles. Let's just take this warmth that we've got going on in the body and just stretch everything out. Go both directions, take your time. I don't count, I just see, oh, okay, I got enough to that side, let's move to the other side. And then sometimes I do it both ways a few times. And sometimes I just move my head around randomly. And then tilt the head off to one side and cross fiber massage. I'm just pulling, cross the fibers and down. Other side, cross the fibers and down. Turn the head, and I'm just stretching gently. I'm not trying to crack my neck at all. I'm just little stretch. That's all. Little stretch. This is a range of motion often that we lose with age. And we're just giving it a little bit of a stretch there. Good. Now this one. Pull from the shoulder blades. Let's break it down. Arms out. Here they are. Show you every angle. Starfish. Pull the shoulder blade up, back, down, forward. Picture a circle, and you got 4 points in the circle. Top, back, down, and the other side. Side to side, top and bottom. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Notice, look where I'm pulling from. Shoulder blade. Shoulder blade. Other side. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Now, one and the other. Put it together. This is layered learning. You do one layer, and then you add, one on top of the other. Resist the urge to bend at the elbows. Everyone does this. They bend at the elbows. Resist the urge. Look at how my ribs are moving. This one often cracks my back. If I didn't already adjust during gazing at the moon, I probably would have adjusted here. Reverse here. Reverse it. My hips are not moving. My hips are stationary. My ribs are moving big time. My lungs, I'm massaging heart, lungs, ribs, the whole area, anything underneath there. It's all getting massaged when I do this. Not to mention the benefits of the spine. Let it go. Now, try to keep your hips stationary. I often do this one seated or even kneeling down because it really keeps your hips from moving. Try to do hip circles. But here, let me break this down into layered learning for those of you who haven't gotten it yet. This is a great one I just discovered the other day. Imagine that there's a string right here, and the string comes through the back too. And the string goes up here, and the back string goes up here. It's like a smiley face. Here's the string. Now, somebody pulls the string this way, I go like that, right? Someone pulls the string that way, go like that. So we break it down. Forward, backwards, forward, backwards. Someone's pulling the string, now they're pulling the string this way. Pulling it this way, pulling it this way. Come to center. There's a string here and here, here, here. Someone pulled the string that way. in this direction. Maybe it's more, not up, maybe more just that way. Watch my rib cage, rib cage. If you don't have it yet, put your hand there. Push against your hand. Check that out. It's another way to get at it. Push your hand. Push into your hand. Ribs into hand. Ribs into hand. Push into it. Good. So now what do we have? Forward, backwards. We warmed it up. That's what we're doing. Layered learning, warming it up. Side, side. But now let's do it together. Forward, side, back, other side, forward. Try to make a circle. Again, moving the ribs. Really good for the body. Massages heart and lungs. And this one, by the way, moving the shoulder blades, that one specifically massages heart. And reverse it. Good. Let that go. Hands on hips. And now move from the hips. This is not, the head goes in the opposite direction of the hips. This is, I'm not moving my head. My head's coming along for the ride. I'm moving my hips. I'm skimming the inside of a big wine barrel. And my head is going the opposite. See, my head is the opposite of the hips. Reverse it. This one go nice and slow, real slow. There's a good chance your back will adjust if you go super slow. You're just skimming up against the edges of a stretch. This is why I like to stretch in circularity and not linear anymore. I find this is better for me. Again, it's all in the hips. My hips are moving, head and upper body just coming along for the ride. Reverse it if you have it. And sometimes to get it, this one I reverse it a few times. Oh, go nice and slow. Really allow for. Oh. Okay, come up to the center. Let's do one going over the log. We're going over a big log. Spinal stretch, one spinal stretch. Nice and slow, elongate the spine. This is not about how far you go over. I only go over to my hands are about in line with my kneecaps. That's it. Then the last thing I release is my neck and head. And here's my posture right here, if you can see it. And then I take and I sit on a high stool. I tuck my pelvis under and I roll it. Tuck and roll pelvis, and that just lifts my spine up. Neck and head are last. Ooh, look up, head up, chest up. Come back to center. Make some heat. And feel the chi. Push the hands together. Push really hard. Push the palms together. Pull them apart and just look for your chi. Look for it. Hands up and down. Shear them up and down. Shear them in a circle. Just feel that magnetic sensation between the two of them. Go in and out a little bit. This is not really Qigong. This is just developmental practice. Just to feel your own chi. Then take that chi, put it in your eyes. Go up the bridge of the nose with your fingers, over third eye, out to the temples. Just rub. Do another one of those. Up the bridge of the nose, over the temple, over third eye, out to the temples. Wipe. Down the bridge of the nose, under cheekbone, out to the ears. I can't get to my ears. I've got headphones on. But pinch your ears. Pinch your ears from the top all the way around like this, all the way down to the ear lobes. And then rub the ears. Just take your hands and just massage your ears in both directions. So good. Go in one circle and then go in another circle. This is just you taking the chi from your own hands. This is you healing you. And then the back of the neck. Shake it off. Back to Wu Chi. And we do a come to close. Shift. Remember, left leg. Always step out, step back with left leg. Load up your left leg with weight. This becomes the yang leg. And push off that left leg. Scoop the chi around you. Palms are like shower heads, just bathing the body in chi. Slowly let the hands float down. Palms towards you. And just bathe the body in chi. You can imagine beautiful white or golden light, like the sun, just bathing the body. I have chills on my forearms. Remember, here's the golden ball. So what do? Just go around it and push down into earth. One more of those. Scoop the chi around you. Really feel it. Use your hands. They've got tons of chi right now and warmth. And just bathe the body. Feel the chi coming out of the palms of your hands. They're like shower heads of golden chi. Just bathing the body like a waterfall. Nice and slow. The slower you do this part, the better. The more you'll feel the chi, like I'm feeling right now. The chi is on my forearms. I've got goosebumps. That's the chi. The slower you go, the more you'll feel it. Just drop into the body. Around golden ball. One more, hands back together. Prayer posture. Stir the chi a little bit right here. Just stir it a little bit in both directions.